You ever look at your bathroom shelf and just feel like things are changing at warp speed? I mean, one day it's all about a simple, gentle cleanser. The next, you're looking at a serum that sounds like it was cooked up in a lab on Mars. Well, today, we're going to dive into exactly how and why this huge global beauty transformation is happening right before our eyes. I mean, for real, you walk down the beauty aisle and you're just bombarded with words like ceramides, peptides, biofermented what? It feels like you need to cram for a chemistry final just to buy a moisturizer, right? Well, if you feel that way, you are definitely not alone. And believe it or not, there's a really good reason for all this new complexity. Because what we're seeing here, this isn't just some clever marketing gimmick. Nope, it's a massive fundamental shift, and it's all being driven by science. The entire beauty industry is getting like a huge intelligence upgrade, and it's changing everything from what's actually in the bottle to how you even find out about it. So let's break down what's really going on here. All right, so to really get a handle on what's happening, we've got to look at the new rules of the game. It turns out there are four huge forces that are basically tearing up the old beauty playbook and writing a brand new one. First up, there's you, the consumer. You guys know more than ever before. Second, we've got technology and AI, basically putting a skin consultant right in your pocket. Third, sustainability. It's not just a nice to have anymore, it's a full-on demand. And finally, that old line between beauty and wellness, yeah, it's pretty much gone. It's not just about how you look, it's about how you feel. Okay, so what does all that actually mean for the products on the shelf? Well, let's dive into the biggest category of all, skincare, because it is getting a major makeover. So remember those super complicated 10-step Korean skincare routines that were all the rage? Well, they're kind of on their way out. Now it's all about a trend called Skinimalism, and the whole idea is doing more with less. So think a simple core routine, just a few really effective products that do multiple jobs. It's a direct answer to all of us who started asking for smarter skincare, not just more skincare. And a huge piece of that smarter skincare puzzle is this new obsession with the skin barrier. I think we all kind of learned the hard way that throwing a dozen harsh acids at our face wasn't the best idea. It was damaging our skin's natural defense system. So now the focus has totally shifted. It's less about aggressive treatments and all about healing, protecting, and strengthening that barrier. And that is why you're suddenly seeing these ingredients pop up everywhere. You've got ceramides and fatty acids. Think of them like the cement holding your skin cells together. Then you've got prebiotics and probiotics to keep your skin's good bacteria happy and balanced. And then stuff like Centella asiatica, which is basically there to just soothe and calm everything down. And this quote right here, it just nails it. It really gets to the core of this whole consumer education boom. I mean, think about it. Words like retinoids and niacinamide. That was stuff you only heard in a dermatologist's office. Now, it's just common knowledge. And knowing this stuff is empowering all of us to demand better, smarter products. Okay, and this is where we start to see a really fascinating split between global trends and what's happening in a specific market like India. See, on the global stage, it's all about super high-tech, lab-grown ingredients. But in India, they're creating this amazing hybrid model, blending traditional, trusted Ayurvedic ingredients like turmeric with proven clinical powerhouses like retinol. It's like the best of both worlds. And you see that same difference play out again right here. Globally, there's this huge boom in at-home gadgets, red light masks, microcurrent tools, all that stuff. But in India, the focus is much more practical and immediate. It's about defense. It's about creating things like sweat-resistant sunscreens and powerful anti-pollution serums to handle the very real day-to-day challenges of the climate and environment there. But, this whole ingredient-focused mindset, it's not just for our faces anymore. Oh no, it is spreading, literally from head to toe, and it's creating a whole new world of products. Yeah, this trend has a name, and it's called skinification. And it's pretty much exactly what it sounds like. It's the idea that we should be treating the skin on our body and our scalp with the exact same care and the same powerful ingredients that we use on our face. So what does that actually look like? Well, suddenly you're seeing body lotions packed with retinol and peptides. You're seeing scalp serums with exfoliating acids to help with hair growth. We're finally treating the scalp like skin because, well, it is skin. Makes sense, right? And here we go again with that global versus local split. It's so clear. In most global markets, body care is becoming all about wellness. These functional fragrances that use aromatherapy to help you sleep or de-stress. But in India, the focus is much more specific. There's a huge demand for products that help with brightening and evening out skin tone.
We see the exact same thing in hair care. In the West, a lot of the innovation is around inclusivity, creating amazing products for all kinds of different hair textures. Meanwhile, in India, a really cool innovation is modernizing the traditional ritual of hair oiling. They're making these incredible lightweight serums that give you all the benefits without any of that heavy, sticky feeling.
All right, so we've looked at skincare, body care, and hair care. Let's take a step back and look at the big picture. What's really driving these different paths? Let's break it down. So when you look at the data side by side, it all starts to click. In India, ingredient knowledge is exploding, but it's still catching up to where some other global markets are. You've also got that really strong influence of tradition, plus people are more price sensitive. And that explains everything, right? It explains why there's such a huge demand for products that blend ancient Ayurveda with modern science and deliver real results that don't break the bank. So where is all this going? With tech moving faster than ever and consumers getting smarter by the day, the future of our beauty routines is looking incredibly personal and super scientific. Yeah, the next wave is basically knocking on the door. Just imagine this, an AI on your phone that predicts what your skin needs today based on the pollution levels outside and how much you slept last night. Or what about getting a moisturizer that was custom made just for your unique DNA? And we're going to get way, way deeper into microbiome science, learning exactly how to keep that tiny ecosystem on our skin perfectly happy.
Which really brings us to a wild, thought-provoking question. In, say, 2028, is the most trusted skincare expert in your life going to be a person, or is it going to be an algorithm?